So my name's Rebecca Troth. I'm a project manager at iWeb, who are a Magento agency based in Stafford. They're great, check them out. And my talk's called Magento is for life and not just for Christmas. Now, Tag just did a really great job of getting everybody's energy up, everybody laughing, and I want to make sure that energy levels stay up, and so you don't fall asleep on me, really. And so we're going to do some Mage exercises, or Meg exercises. I haven't really decided how we pronounce this word I've invented. Don't worry, I'm not going to get you up. You're not going to be doing laps, it's fine. But I do still want to warm up your asses. Get it? Good one. Okay, so the first one we need to do, is everybody feeling limber? Feeling limber? Come on, give me something. First one, see, it's really easy. It's just, oh no, it's a bug. Oh, it's okay, it's a feature. Oh no, it's a bug. Oh no, it's okay, it's a feature. Come on, you're Max, you're not doing anything. Oh no, it's okay, it's a feature. Brilliant, and you're meant to do this 5 to 8 times, just to make sure your hands are nice and, nice and limber. Next one, turn around, Ben. I don't want you to see me edit the core, so relax your wrists, and just wing them around like this. And again, 3 to 4 times. These are great to do at the office as well, when you're on the computer and your wrists are starting to get a bit sore, you're fed up of typing, things like that. Next one, I'm going to do some script running. It's just while seated, just lift your legs up and swing them in a running motion. This is quite hard for me. So what you need to do is just like this. Pretend you're trying to run away from your desk. And yeah, keep that up for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, quite a while. I'm not going to do that. And this one, a client found a bug. Why? So you bend your arms at the elbows, relax your hands, and just shake them for about 10 seconds. Just get feeling nice and limber. And then the last one, good old hindsight me. Please tell me again how I should have seen that bug. And while seated, again, this is quite hard for me, you bring one elbow across the chest and bring your knee up to it's like, oh, damn it, yeah. Oh, please do tell me, yeah. 3 or 4 times, and just, I like to do these at the desk sometimes, just when I've realised I've sat still for 8 hours solid. Yeah. And now you can just shake it off. You don't need to do any more, that's the last one, promise. So you're feeling warm? I will get my talk started then. So I will just go back to my slide notes from this one. As you've probably noticed, I don't really take myself too seriously. A good 80% of what I say is sarcastic. And yeah, I'm not a developer, so I'll put that out there. There's been a lot of really smart people on this stage, as Ben has pointed out. Please lower your expectations. That's not what you're getting for the next 15 minutes or so. So I'm guessing that many of you will have seen the RSPCA advert, which is Dogs for Life and not just for Christmas, which is obviously very serious, very important. And so this is my new message to dampen your holiday spirits, which is Magento is for life, not just for Christmas. And I have a hard truth for you, so brace yourselves. Some people take on a Magento store and then they don't look after it. I know. It's heartbreaking, honestly. And so the other day I was looking at builtwith.com, which is an internet profiler. It's got information on the top 1 million sites, I think it is, the most visited sites. So anyway, I was there, and they have got information on 238,388 Magento stores. But it only holds version-specific data on 11,997 of those. And of those, 8,851 are on the latest versions, which I think is pretty good, like 1.9 and 2. It's not great, but do the maths, it leaves 3,146 sites in the top 1 million that aren't on the latest versions. And apparently folks are still loving good old 1.7. I can understand that. That was the first version that I ever worked with, so I get all nostalgic when I see a 1.7. There's 11 websites on 1.2, which came out 8 years ago. Which, yeah, is great. What was I doing 8 years ago? I think I was still in high school. So it's pretty bad. So how many of you can think of a site that's on an old version that probably shouldn't be? Yeah, a couple of hands going up instantly. It's like, oh yeah. Obviously, it's out of your control that they're on that version, because if you could do anything about it, you would, obviously. But when you work for a development agency like myself, you do see them, and it's easy to fall into a production style line of work where brief comes in, Magento goes out. Brief comes in, Magento go out. And so on and so on. But that kind of factory lifestyle is not really what Magento is about, or what it stands for, or what I think it stands for. So I think that Magento stands for optimization and growth, and we shouldn't think of ourselves as factory workers when we get a brief in and we give them the Magento and then we forget about it, unless they're going to pay more money, and then maybe we'll remember them. But yeah, these Magentos that we create are living, breathing entities, and they need taking care of, much like Max here. And Max has big ears, a hexagon head, and a big heart, and he loves you. And he tries really, really hard to be the best web dog ever, but he is a big responsibility. And even if you're just a breeder who happens to farm these little Max dogs out, you shouldn't let him be dragged off by someone who's just going to stick him in a cupboard and leave him, and not take care of him and basically abuse him, because that's how serious it is. And so you need to make sure that whoever you're giving out your mage dogs to understands what they need. So I know you all understand, you all know what Max needs, because you're very smart people. But I'm going to go through it anyway, because I've collected a bunch of really cool gifts. So Max needs daily attention, and he won't last a day without daily attention. You need to check his performance, his sales. Are your customers happy? Where are they coming from? What are they saying on reviews or social media? And then you'll end up with a happy Max dog. Max needs a good home. He's a big web dog, and if you cage him in with a bunch of cats, he's not going to be comfortable. He needs a devoted environment. He needs an environment that's optimized for him, like this dog and his sofa and his remote control. Next up, he needs a healthy diet. So you've got to keep his contents up to date. He's not going to survive. It's my favourite bit. I love that bit. He's not going to survive on that one big meal you gave him when you first got him. It just doesn't work like that. He needs proper content. He needs none of this spam crap. He needs inventory. You need to keep him up to date. And Max needs grooming. How cute is that? So when you first got him, he was neat, but he was a bit plain. So, you brush his hair, you bought him a collar, a lead, a little coat, maybe some costumes, usual. But it's amazing how fast our web dog will outgrow them. They'll start to look outdated. And how scruffy they can start to look. So you need to keep them looking smart. And I know you're probably sitting here thinking, I'm a developer, it's not really my job. But I think maybe just keeping an interest helps, with when you're being forced to do things for the client that you really don't want to do. Just think it's for the good of the site. At least they're updating it, and at least it's not 1.2 forgotten about somewhere in the ether of the internet. And then training. So Max is a clever dog. He knows how to sit and give you his paw when you first get him. But if you want him to roll over or dance like they do on Britain's Got Talent, then you're going to need to commit some time and hire a professional, you guys, and train him and teach him things, install things. And then vet visits, just like a normal dog, a web dog can get sick. He needs regular checkups, he needs his booster injections to make sure that he's immune to all the latest threats. And if he does start to get unwell, then don't just leave him. You're going to need to fix him, because obviously it's extremely sensitive data that WebDog is dealing with every day. So yeah, that's Max. And you all know him. I know you all know him. But then along came this little fellow. And you think, oh, he's just like Max. No, he's not. He's a mega beast in his own right. And you're going to need to learn how to deal with him completely separately to Max. Yeah, okay, you can apply some knowledge, but then he's his own breed. He is still growing, but he does have some extras to help you take care of him. I've listed a couple. Yeah, so easier maintenance and upgrades, proper deployment flow, more frequent releases, hopefully, enterprise grade scalability, performance. Yeah, you can read them. Yeah, so that's what hopefully Max 2 will bring to the table, and so hopefully he'll be easier to look after. So yeah, I flew through my talk a lot faster than I thought I would. Oh God, it's time for questions. So really, to be honest, all I wanted you to take from this talk is maybe just, a couple of gifts for the memory box, and a reminder that Magento is powerful and it has changed lives, and working or battling with it every day, it's easy to forget and take it for granted, because it does have its moments. I've been there, but yeah, it is a powerful tool, and I think we should all appreciate it. That's my last slide. Thanks. I do have a YouTube channel as well, if you'd like to check it out. Here is me as super Magento person. That's just me in my bedroom, and that's me as a pumpkin. Yeah, so you can check those videos out on YouTube. Does anybody have any questions? Yes?
Just, I think the question everybody wants to ask you is,
oh, God.
Can we get stickers for the dog?
Yes. They will be on sale on my Magento 2 store as soon as I've built it. Yeah.
Did you have anything specific in mind when talking about cats?
Cats? Maybe as in, like, word cats?
Yeah.
Yeah, just shared environments with a bunch of word cats. Any other questions?
Let's not turn this into a dogmatic discussion.
Where are you, Ben? Where's that voice coming from? Any more questions? No? Nobody's mentioning Star Wars? I can leave? Yeah? Awesome.